Happy Flex Friday. Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar. I'm Shannon Sommerville with your top MLB player prop bets for today, plus home run calls of the day. Last night, so close to cashing yet again, but I will personally take the L for this one because I committed a Cardinal sin. I talked about the prop cashing before it actually cashed. That one's on me, guys. Royce Lewis didn't deliver on over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I wish we had taken him over 1.5 bases because he did cash that early in the third inning. That's when I looked at my phone and I thought, hey, we're sitting pretty. Kyle Schwarber already cashed his. We're good. And then, of course, doesn't clear the over on 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He just had that one hit. So today we're back at it for a little redemption. In the words of Big Sean, last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. So let's bounce back using that Props AI tool on the LineStar app to help us find the best value in the prop market. And our picks are available: Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. And if you don't have those, use the promo code LineStar for a deposit match. Plus, you'll get 1 free month of LineStar. And do me a huge favor right now. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. A comment also enters you into the prop bets contest. If we go 2 for 2, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. And today's Flex Friday, so I will also give out my Flex Friday ticket, and let's say if that cashes, we'll give out $100 instead of that $50. So we'll up the price on that one. So my ticket's a little crazy for today, but bear with me. Also, today is National Roller Coaster Day and National Rum Day. So an exciting day. I don't recommend celebrating those together, although, hey, to each their own. Let's get after it today. Interesting slate for today. And there's a lot of teams that I'm looking to stack when you're talking about a Flex Friday ticket, taking advantage of some correlation here. So the first team I'm looking at is the Philadelphia Phillies. Yesterday, they had a great game. We took Kyle Schwarber, and he, in fact, cashed for us. Today, I'm looking at Bryce Harper over 1.5 bases. LineStar's projection for Harper is 2.2. He's been over this actually 72% of the time this season and has been over 7 of the last 10 games. So the last 7 days, he's been on fire, 364 average, 1031 OPS. And you're talking about Bryce Harper, who's a lefty bat that does better against other lefties. In fact, the Phillies as a whole, their lefty bats do better against lefties. And in fact, top 10% hitter versus them. Today, he's facing Washington Nationals lefty Patrick Corbin, who he has great history against. And we're not talking about a small sample size either. 43 at-bats, he has a 326 average and 873 OPS. Plus, when you look at that bullpen, they're atrocious. Washington's bullpen ranks 30th versus lefties. And we've also got some decent conditions in Philadelphia today, 84 degrees with a slight wind blowing out. Philadelphia as a team just really good against lefties. In fact, they have the second highest team average against lefties. So if you're playing DFS, maybe something to consider. All right, so for our ticket, we're going to be pairing that with a Dodgers bat. Mookie Betts is back and looks like he didn't miss a beat despite that fractured hand. He has been great in the 4 games that he's been back. So we're going over 1.5 bases, a little bit more risky, but if you wanted to, you could also do 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That is available on Underdog Fantasy as well. He's been over this 74% of the season, but he has been over 3 of the last 4 games that he has played, batting .400 over the last games. So he's been great since he's been back. And today he's going up against St. Louis righty Miles Mikolas, who he is 3 for 7 against with a home run. Plus the St. Louis bullpen, 23rd in opponent average since July 1st. And don't worry, Mookie, this game is in Milwaukee, where I don't believe they have any haunted hotels that the team is staying in. It was reported that he wasn't staying in the team hotel in Milwaukee because the team was staying in a hotel that was supposedly haunted. So he just got his own Airbnb. I don't think there's any ghosts you got to worry about in St. Louis, but hey, I could be wrong. But either way, I like Mookie Betts over 1.5 bases. We're going to put those two together on a ticket on Underdog Fantasy. So if you'd like to tail us there, you can. Again, use that promo code LineStar if you are a new user there. You'll get a deposit match plus 1 free month of LineStar. All right, so bonus time now. I'm going to keep it with the Dodgers here. As I said, I'm trying to stack a little bit when I'm trying to create a Flex Friday ticket. And Shohei Ohtani's bat is looking pretty good for today. In fact, the lines are pretty juiced in this one. 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I know Shohei Ohtani has been very cold lately, but I really like the position he's in for today. We're talking about a lefty bat that is actually still top 5% exit velocity and top 10% barrel balls over the last 14 days against righties specifically. Remember, Shohei's that lefty bat that has just tremendous power against righties. In fact, a 303 average, 1085 OPS, and facing Michaelis, who does worse against lefty bats. He actually ranks 249th against them, and Shohei's 4 for 5 against Michaelis. It's a small sample size, but still something to take note of. And again, as I mentioned when I was talking about Mookie Betts, that bullpen, 23rd in opponent average since July 1st. So I do like Shohei's spot here, even though that is a really high line at 2.5. I mean, I have a hard time passing up on Shohei Ohtani just because of the position he's in. And he's the most likely player on the LineStar app and according to Vegas to hit a home run for today. So I think that could be something that we see for today as well. But for our entry on Underdog Fantasy, I like to add Shohei to the mix as well. All right, we're going to go back to that Phillies stack here, and we're going to look at Kyle Schwarber. Why not run it back to him again for today? He's been great lately. LineStar's projection for the bases prop here, 2.1. Yes, he has an abysmal average over the last 7 days, just 0.83. However, we're talking about another lefty bat on the Phillies with significantly better splits versus left-handed pitching, a 333 average, over 1,000 OPS. And in fact, that OPS 300 points higher than Schwarber does versus righties. And today he's going up against Corbin again, who also has a really high home run per 9 rate, 131. That's 16th highest among qualified pitchers. He also gives up the 11th highest hard contact percentage as well. So we're looking at Schwarber, a guy who has tremendous power. He also has the second shortest odds for a home run in Vegas for today. And then that Washington Nationals bullpen, as I mentioned when we were talking about Bryce Harper, they've just been abysmal. So I like the spot for Schwarber as well. So we're going with those two Phillies. We got those two Dodgers bats in there. And lastly, I'm looking at Elly de la Cruz, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. This has been one that's been cashing for us all season long. LineStar's projection here, not where I would like it to be. I usually like to take props when they are over that 2 mark. He has been cold lately, which might be why, but he still has some metrics that indicate to me that he's going to be fine. Top 5% exit velocity and barreled balls over the last 14 days against righties. In fact, he is still a top 5% hitter against righties. 924 OPS versus them. That's 300 points higher than he does against lefties. Remember, Elly is a switch hitter, and he'll be going up against Kansas City righty Michael Lorenzen. Plus, the Kansas City Royals bullpen, 25th in opponent average since July 1st. So if he can't get to Lorenzen, I think he can definitely get to that bullpen. Also, we're talking about Elly. He just needs to get on base. He's got tremendous speed around the base paths as well, so he can easily get those runs and RBIs that we need. So Elly's a great player for this hits, runs, RBIs category. Really like the spot here. Also, the bullpen ranks 28th against switch hitters specifically. So Elly's in a good spot today. Those are my picks. If you would like, again, to tail me, Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay, remember to use that promo code LineStar so you can get a nice deposit match. Plus, you'll get that 1 free month of LineStar. So you can check out the Props AI tool, which is exactly what I use every day on this show. And we've been having a ton of success lately. Since last Monday, we are 26-11, so we've been cruising here. But as always, I want to hear from you guys. What are your locks for today? We've got some great pitchers on the hill as well. I didn't mention any pitching props, but if you guys have some good ones for today, we've got some great pitchers out there. So let me know in the comments. Drop your locks. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books. So drop a comment, and it'll also enter you into that prop bets contest. So if we go 2 for 2, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. If I cash my Flex Friday entry, which I will give out at the end of the show, we'll up that to $100. So make sure to comment below. Let me know how you've been doing this week and if you've been crushing it with the Props AI tool. But now it is time for home run calls of the day. For my home run call today, we've got Jake Burger on the menu, plus 300 for a bomb. I am feeling a Burger bomb for today. He's got 8 home runs in August, the most of any player. Plus, he's top 5% barreled balls versus lefties over the last 14 days. And today he'll be facing Mets lefty Sean Manaea, who doesn't allow a ton of home runs, but Burger is 2 for 5 against him with a home run and a double. So he has gone yard against him in the past. And you're talking about a New York Mets bullpen behind him that's giving up a 1.58 home run per nine rate. That's third highest since July 1st. And we've got some decent conditions at Citi Field. We've got a 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left. So Jake Berger for a bomb. Make sure to check out that MLB Dinger Report on the LineStar app to help you find out who's going yard today. And because I'm feeling generous on this Flex Friday, I will just show you LineStar's top 5 projected players to go yard today. We're talking about Shohei Ohtani, Anthony Santander, Aaron Judge, Luis Robert, Jake Berger. And because I've been choosing Anthony Santander, I feel like he's for sure going yard today. That's just my luck. But those are our top projected players for home runs. Let me know who you think is going yard. And again, if you've got an absolute lock for tonight, please drop it in the comments. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books, especially on this Flex Friday, this full send Friday. And of course, I will show you what I'm rolling with on this Flex Friday on Underdog Fantasy. Basically what I already gave out to you guys. Plus, we're adding Freddie Freeman to the mix as well. So I'm entering that in. Feel free to tell me if you would like. Do so at your own risk. Of course, bet responsibly. Good luck in all of your prop betting endeavors for today. Let's finish the week strong. Tyler's back next week. We'll see you Monday.